Okay, I'm a little perturbed because I just recorded like an 8-minute video and my ring light just went out. So here we go again, all right? Before we get started on the review on Them, The Scare, I just want to go over what happened to me today. I almost didn't even make this video because, okay, I had the bright idea of drinking 3 cups of coffee yesterday. They were decaf, but I found out later on by experience and Googling that even if it's decaf, there's still like this acid in the coffee bean that acts as a diuretic and makes you urinate. And also, number 2. So I was out shopping. My stomach got to bubbling and dropped. I said, you know what? I put my groceries aside. Customer service, I said, look, I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom. Ended up standing there for 20 minutes. Okay, clammy, sweating, and I was so desperate, man. I felt like I was gonna pass out / throw up. So I had my hand on the little rail, right, which I would normally never do because I'm definitely a germaphobe in public. At home too, but at public it's like, ugh. Like I was weak as hell, but I still had enough strength to put paper, wipe down a toilet seat and put paper on top before I sit down, right? So I had my head like that. This lady came in. I said, ma'am, I said, can you please, I said, I feel like I'm finna pass out. Can you please like buy me some juice or something? I said, I can pay you right back, like seriously, or whatever. I guess I scared the hell out the girl. She was like, oh, I'm sorry. Flushed the toilet and just ran out. Didn't wash your hands or nothing. Like, okay, if I caught you off guard, I'm sorry, but you can at least wash your hands. Like, don't be trifling because you a little unsettled. So the girl that works there, Emily, she sees me coming there a lot, right? Because I Instacart. She happened to come in and I was like, Emily, can you please give me a soda or something? I will pay for it as soon as I get out. She came through with the soda. So I'm sitting in there drinking a soda because I'm not trying to pass out on no public bathroom floor with stuff hanging out my butt. You feel me? TMI, I'm sorry. I'm just saying. But anyway, that happened at like 1, 2 something. It's 9 something and I'm just now starting to feel better. So we're leaving the coffee, the decaf alone for a while. Unless it's like an 8-ounce cup. And that's it. No more 10 ounces, no more double, triple cups in one day. That was too damn much. But anyway, to Them / The Scare, right? Okay, so I didn't see too many trailers for this, but I did see that Luke James is playing in this, right? So if you're familiar with Luke James, you know that he's a singer. I would say he's a singer first, but he's been acting a lot. The last thing I saw him in was the New Edition movie. He played Johnny Gill. And he was in Star, but I had stopped watching Star before he came on because briefly, I'll tell you why. Lenny Kravitz was on there and the main character, the Caucasian girl, I don't remember anybody's name. She was like trying to seduce him because, you know, they're trying to get a record deal or something. And she was underage at the time and I just didn't like that. Like, y'all don't sit here and have Lenny Kravitz be on some R. Kelly type ish in this show. And I was just turned off and upset. So after that, I just said, you know what? I'm done with Star. I heard it's a really good show. I love Queen Latifah. Big fan of hers. But I'm like, nah, that scene right there turned me off. Like, eh. So yeah, by the time he came on there, I had to stop watching. And then I think he's still on The Chi, which I don't have. I think that's on Showtime. I have enough streaming, so I'm not getting any more. All right. So up until seeing this, I thought he was, you know, a okay actor. He cool, right? When I tell you in this show here, he totally carried this show. And it's no disrespect to the other act. The acting was good all the way around, actually. But his role, like, he played this socially awkward, nerdy, weird, but not in a good way, guy, right? And he played it so well. It's almost like when you see him now, you're picturing the role he played versus him. Kind of like that guy that played Joker in Dark Knight. He was, I forgot his name, he's deceased now, but he played in Dark Knight as Joker, and he played in Brokeback Mountain. That guy, how he owned that role as Joker to the point where I think it really affected him emotionally. That's how I feel about Luke James as this role character named Edmund. This guy was extremely just out there. And I was like, wow. And there's a lot of people on Twitter saying he should win an Emmy for that, because I was like, okay, Luke, you know, we know him for singing the love songs, but we didn't know he could play a psycho too. You feel me? So what I like, and I've said this before, I like movies and shows that get straight to the action. As soon as it comes on, it goes to a scene where somebody has their bag over their head, they're tied up, and you see a hand touching them or whatever, and then it goes to the credits. I like that because it's like, ooh, okay. This makes me want to watch it even more, get into it, because I'm trying to see what that scene's about, right? So if you're wondering if it's connected to the first Them, it ties together at the end, like the last, if it's not the last 2 episodes, it's definitely the last episode that we tie into how this woman, this detective is, and Edmund, how they're connected to the family in the first Them, right? So I was scouring the internet, you know, reading about different views on this movie, somewhat. And I came across people saying they don't feel like it was scary. I don't know which show they watch, but I thought it was scary. It was definitely, it didn't have a lot of jump scares where something jumps out and it's nothing. Something would jump and it would jump, okay? You know what I'm saying? It's not like somebody's coming around a corner and then it's a cat. That kind of crap. Because I feel like they've done that so much in like the last decade and a half of horror movies and shows. It's just this jump scare thing all throughout the movie, and then we finally get to some juice, some meat. You feel me? The only part of this, I did feel like it dragged, however you say that grammar wise. Probably like, it's 8 episodes, I believe, 8 to 10, probably 8. But like from, I would say episode 5 through 7, it kind of drug a little bit, or 4 through 6, somewhere in the middle. I was kind of like, okay, now let's get to it. Let's get to it, right? So, as far as any plot twist in this, you do, oh, real quick, because I'm not going to put spoiler in my title anymore. If you haven't seen this, go ahead and watch it first, because I'm going to put out a lot of spoilers. So if you don't want to hear that, which I totally get it, I totally understand, watch the show first, then come back and we can discuss in the comments and what have. So we find out that Edmund, Luke James' character, is connected to the officer because they were twins separated at birth, right? I am not going to say that I was super shocked, but I knew with this duality of plots that he was connected to her some kind of way. Whether it was brother or cousin or something, I knew they were connected some kind of way. I actually thought maybe they weren't twins, but that I thought maybe he was older or she was older and she didn't know about him, blah, blah, blah. So that wasn't really so much a plot twist, but a twist nonetheless. And like I said, I didn't really see the whole trailer. So if it's kind of hints to that in the trailer, forgive me. Like I said, I didn't see it. What I mainly saw was Luke James sitting in the car with the headset on, looking extremely, you know, Jeffrey Dahmer-ish. I mean, I'm not making light of that. I'm just saying that's how he was sitting there looking. Dahmer dipped in some chocolate, right? So she's trying to find out who's doing all these killings, right? And I knew it was a supernatural being because these people were killed in ways where a human could not do that, right? So once I found out Edmund died, I said, okay, his spirit or something is what's doing this. His angry spirit is what's doing this, right? So I definitely want to give a shout out to the writers. I'm not sure why it took so long for a continuation of them, but we did have a writer's strike last year, so that did slow a lot of projects up. That's why Bel-Air is not out yet, but they have, I think they either are still working on season 3 or is coming out and what have. But yeah, oh, also another thing, I was so pleasantly surprised to see Pam Grier. I love Pam Grier. I feel like she is our Marilyn Monroe. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at her. She's up there to me. So I always like to pay homage to Miss Grier. I hate that she didn't make it in this, but I liked her role in this. So Miss Grier, thanks for blessing your presence with this in this movie and what have. Oh, and that little minstrel show looking dude that scared the hell out of us in the first damn, he shows up in this one too. I ain't gonna tell you when, but he's the one with the black eyes and the white face and, you know, Bojangles looking dude. He comes back, all right? But anyway, if you want a pretty good scare, I'd say dig into this on Amazon Prime. It's definitely bingeable. Each episode is like 30 something to 40 something minutes. You can get through it in a weekend. But anyways, check it out and hop in these comments and let's discuss, because I'm very interested in what you all think about this. What do you think about Luke James acting? Do you think he needs to go another route with like some more serious crazy roles like this? Do you think he's just really good with different characters? Let me know. All right, as always, peace and blessings, man. Shout out to all my subscribers, 54 of them. If you have not subbed, go ahead and hit that sub button. Doesn't cost anything, takes half a second. All right, y'all, until next time.